Hi everyone, Ed Bixby again here at the Bridgeton Cemetery in Bridgeton, New Jersey. The other day we posed the question if you knew what that building was at the Atlantic City Cemetery. Well, here's another classic example of that type of building. These buildings were used in the Northeast for cold storage. So in the wintertime, when the ground was frozen, they would keep their loved ones in this building until it thawed out so they could bury them. It also was used for embalming purposes at some cemeteries. There are actual embalming rooms located within these buildings, so when the deceased would be brought here, they would be embalmed and they would be stored here until the funeral. That was kind of pre-funeral director days, or when funeral directors didn't keep bodies actually at the funeral home itself. So again, this building would be used for cold storage. This cemetery is from the late 1700s, a classic example of one of those buildings.
Although existing for 7,000 years, the practice of embalming in the United States was only introduced 175 years ago. During the Civil War, embalming allowed fallen soldiers to return home to be buried. Dr. Thomas Holmes, captain of the Army Medical Corps, embalmed 4,000 soldiers and officers from the Civil War. The preservative utilized was mainly a mix of arsenic and water. One popular formula was 4 ounces of arsenic acid to 1 gallon water. Up to 12 pounds of non-degradable arsenic was used per body. Metals such as copper were also used in the fluid, turning the skins of the deceased a tan shade. Other ingredients included zinc, mercuric chlorides, turpentine, and alcohol. Abraham Lincoln officially popularized the use of embalming fluid on his 19-day trip from Washington, D.C. to Springfield, Illinois. On the funeral train, Lincoln's coffin and body were open to all to memorialize as he formally left office after his assassination. Photos and reports reveal that the copper in the embalming fluid used on Abraham Lincoln turned his skin a copper shade. So now you know, these buildings were used for cold storage and embalming purposes during the Civil War onward. Today, embalming is still a common practice in America. It's fluid containing glutaraldehyde, formaldehyde, alcohol, and menthol. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed learning about the history of embalming in the United States.